In there as well, and the folks at home can listen to the other folks that are in the other room, I guess. Yeah. The folks that are outside, we got them piped in here. So, but yeah, again, man, that song again, what was that called?
That's called Ordinary.
Ordinary, man, really good stuff, and that's off your brand new EP, and that's not released yet, right?
Yeah, October 9th. So they can actually get the single online at their favorite online music retailer. But yeah, the EP will be out October 9th.
Nice,
We're
nice.
doing the October 9th release in Fort Collins, but we will probably do a Denver release soon after that.
And so that's kind of cool. You guys can do a dual release party kind of deal, man. Are you guys getting a lot of traction from the real FM stations and stuff like that yet? Or,
it kind of depends. Mostly college stuff at our level. There's a game to be played with commercial radio stuff, you know.
Right.
And so it's really a matter of, I mean, like 93.3 is a great state. Like all the guys that work there, they always the contests that go on, big hometown. And,
yeah.
So I love that's a thing. We always submit our stuff to that. We get some play off that every now and then. And Alf does the locals only stuff on Mondays. Or Sundays rather. So we get a lot of that play. Yeah.
It's too bad that you're just relegated to an hour and a half or 2 hours on a Sunday night.
Yeah, we take what we can get.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And at least they're trying. You know, they do give them a little bit of a spot, but honestly, I think they should just kind of mix it in. They should really just sprinkle it in through the whole week, man.
Especially going to Colorado. You know, so many great bands around here that fit right in on the radio. So.
No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. And of course, you guys are right in there. You know, just like one of the bands that you were talking about. You are, man. We are with Nick and Amy. It is Post Paradise in the Freeza block, and we are mounting it right on down to zero. And very happy to have these guys right on in here. It's cool, man. And they are performing. I've already played a couple of songs, and thank you guys so much for doing that. You know, it's not necessary, but we really do appreciate it, and the audience appreciates it as well. So, yes, indeed, man. All right, Nick, let's get into your childhood, man. When you were like 5 or 6, man, did you want to be playing, and did you want to be a rock star, or were you more into blocks?
You know, I don't know when it happened. A switch definitely flipped where it was. You know, I got my first guitar I think when I was 11, and it was this thing of power in my hands, and now I just need to learn how to play. If only. So it's so funny. So many people. You know, I went to school for music for a while, and I have friends that are just these virtuoso players, and it was never about that for me. It was more the songwriting stuff, and just as long as I learned enough to kind of get by and do what I wanted to do to express myself was really the important thing. But yeah, as soon as I found out, as soon as I convinced myself that this is something I could do for a living and really have it be a huge prominent part of my life, there was really no looking back.
What was it that convinced yourself that you were like, look, man, I really need to?
No, I mean, that doesn't hurt, of course, and especially when you're 16 in high school and playing shows for your high school friends. But I think it was when I found out that you could go to school for music, because it's that whole thing. It's like, I really want to just play music all the time, but I should go to college. I should do the education things. You know, when you're that age, you don't know what you're going to do. And as soon as I found out music school was an option, it was like, here I can kill 2 birds. My parents are going to be happy, and everything's going to be, I get what I want, and I can still have an education. And of course, I didn't make it all the way through music school. I dropped out from the band.
You did? Wow. Wow, that's funny.
I remember calling my mom saying, I think it was 3 semesters in, so a year and a half in Boston, and I was like, I think I'm going to do this band thing. okay, well, what took you so long?
She kind of knew what was happening,
Yeah,
right?
very supportive,
Well,
so.
that's good, man. And she was tired of throwing the money at the school. Anyway. All right, so give that one out to moms
That's
for
right.
going ahead and dishing out the cash, man. Indeed. So, but yeah, but then you was that your first band? I mean, how long have you had the band? Like from high school and stuff? And was it a bunch of guys from school, or how'd you work
it was
that
actually
one out?
somebody that I met in college in Boston.
And please, I bet the name is awesome.
It was well. This was the after high school band, and it was a line out of the Fight Club book. It was called One Perfect Minute. That's the band name. So
One Perfect Minute.
Yeah, I think the band lasted about 4.5 years, something like that. Right after we were 19 or whatever when we started it.
So disappointed though. I thought the name would have, if it was coming from that, I thought maybe it would be like the makeup is made from lard.
You're right. Paper Street soap company. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyways.
And those guys are still, they're great friends of mine. It's
Yeah?
just, one of those things, and it's tough to be in a band in Florida if you're not, I don't know, in the right epicenter. If you don't play covers, you don't do the, I don't know. It's an interesting scene down there.
Well, I mean, this was right after you quit or whatever. You stopped going to music school. You just decided to hop right on down to Florida?
Yeah, I had there was a band that I kind of had floating around before I left.
Like where were you at? Like Kissimmee?
Oh, we were actually
places like-
Southwest. So,
okay, like.
Mark Island, Fort Myers, Naples.
Okay, yeah,
that
okay,
area.
yeah.
And it was, there's cool people down there and stuff like that.
Yeah, very cool people
and
down
decent
there.
venues, but they were starting to, they wanted more condos, less venues. So venues were getting shut down, and buildings were being reclaimed, and so we had less and less places to play, and so it got to be tough.
And compare the music scene there to the music scene here.
Well, there's musicians everywhere out here, which is very nice, and the bands actually cooperate. I mean, I can't think of a band right now that we've played with that we're not friends with still, that kind of thing. And Florida was much different. You wouldn't talk to each other before and after the show. You'd be sitting next to each other, kind of at the merch table, and just sort of looking at each other like.
It was like cutthroat.
Yeah, it was really, really odd. And so when I got out here, I wasn't expecting to run into this. I was like, oh, this is what it should be. Like, this is
Really supportive, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
No, we've had over the years we've met so many bands we've been friends with, and they give us advice and we just commiserate on all these
One of the-
shared experiences. It's great.
That's awesome. Some of the advice, of course, was do not go on the Freeza Block show. That guy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually, I really am surprised, and that's why I like it so much. That's why I like doing this show, and I do it just for the love of the music, man. And I'm just so surprised at how much talent we have here in town, and it's not picked up by anybody. It's just by the local musicians here, little stations like me and stuff like that. But I mean, sooner or later somebody's going to scratch through the surface, and then all of a sudden I think it's going to be like a big flood.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're waiting for, and I know that's what you guys are all about. So
Thanks for doing what you do.
well, I appreciate. No, you know what? I wouldn't do it if you guys weren't there. And that's pretty much the way it works. So I'm going to go ahead and play another song. This one is called "Keeping You Awake." That's a cool song.
Let's
You
do
guys
it. Yeah.
go ahead and talk about it real quick. And
There's some great cello in that one.
Okay.
That was just some riffs that I had floating around for a long time, even before this band, and then brought it to everybody, and we kind of worked out something, and yeah, just ended up being kind of a fun track.
well, you kind of brought something up, and we'll go into it right before we go into this song. As you don't actually, like the last song we played, for example, you don't. The cello isn't in your face every song. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that. I'm sure the people that really listen to your music do too. Tell us about the process that goes into that, man. Sometimes.
I think every song is a different journey. It's a different thing. But we try really hard to not do the same thing over and over again. So sometimes the cello is more doing the chugga-chuggas, like mashing up with the guitar, and other times it's the feature. Other times it's doing a solo.
Right. And that.
Yeah, it's just been kind of this trial and error process for me. Like this band has been my first experience writing my own music. Playing classically, you just play what's in front of you on sheet music, and that's it. So it's been fun on this last record to like really push and do different stuff technique wise and style wise. It's been an adventure.
Cool. All right. Well, this song again is called "Keeping You Awake." And like you said, it's kind of cello heavy, but that's what it's all about, man. All right, man. Mile High Underground. We are with Nick and Amy. They are Post Paradise, and this song is called "Keeping You Awake." The Freeza Block Show. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes they put the wrong song on.
It's well, because there's like less cello and cello shredding at the end.
Try to have them in every week, dude. That's my show anymore. I just do like a little bit of music, feature some music, try to talk about their shows that are coming up and all that good stuff. And then, yeah, I'm trying to get those guys in here. You know, those guys, Filthy T, another band that's kind of a little bit like that. And yeah, I'd like to get more of those guys in here. So, I mean, you know, I did an at-home video or interview with Smoke Season, and that's, you know, another band that Amanda that she, you know, covers or whatever, man. So that's way. And I was like, well, you know, I'll just keep in touch with these guys, you know, through the Facebook or, you know, internet. Oh no, I gotta be all in it. I'm like, all right, you go right on ahead. But yeah, it's good stuff, man. Sorry, what? No, actually, my first love is to be a broadcaster, and you know, I didn't get into that really seriously until like my 40s. But I've always wanted to do it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So they let me do the show. I graduated from uni like 2 years ago. And they just let me do the show. You just keep letting it go ahead. If you want to do it, dude. You know, there's nobody else in there. No, I don't. I should though. Make a little money for sure. Nah. I'm trying to get on Smoking 94.1 to be a jock on there. You know, once I do that, I think I can get some local people on music actually intertwined in the show. So, yeah. Because I think I know that the owner is kind of like, I want more, you know. So, you know, I could imagine throwing this in and then, you know, or having my own show on Sunday night, 12:30. Oh, but what I do here, since I got 30 seconds, is I record this, I put it on my SoundCloud page. It's the Freeza Block SoundCloud page. It's a edited down version and all that good stuff. So, and then you guys can download it. So I leave it available for download, and then you guys can put it on your web page or whatever you guys have it. So. I love that weird ending, man. Well, tell us a little bit about that weird ending.
I was just saying I completely forgot about that.
That's an older track. It's so funny because it's just something that cool like delay that kind of warbles things as it goes off into infinity, and we're just like, yeah, let's leave that. That's pretty great.
What the hell? Was it a mistake at first, or did you just kind of trying it out?
Yeah, because there's delay all throughout that song, so a lot of the vocal parts repeat just ever so long. We cut them off,
right?
And then for the end, it's like, yeah, let's let it do its thing. And it's I usually say it's something for the headphone kids. You know, you wouldn't notice it in your car, but when you got the headphones on, you're like, yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's for sure. That's for sure, man. When you mentioned a little bit something, Amy, about, by the way, we are with Nick and Amy. They are Post Paradise.
Hello.
And yes, that song again was, what was it called?
Keeping Me Awake.
Keeping You Awake, yes. Yeah,
I
Keeping
should
Me
know the
Awake.
names of our
I
songs.
know. You shouldn't have to tell me, right? That's for sure. That's, all right, we'll give you on that one, man. That's for sure. But you were talking a little bit about, being able to wear whatever kind of clothes that you want and stuff like that when you go on stage and
Yeah.
tour and all that
I
stuff.
enjoy being sparkly.
So go ahead. What do you like to wear? Do you?
I mix it up. It gives me an excuse to buy just insane clothes, so I can buy like crazy, sparkly, spangly things. And
Do you make
big
stuff
poofy
up? Do you make up your
dresses.
own clothes every once in a while?
I
or-
should. I met this like burlesque troupe, and they all make their own crazy, beautiful costumes. They're like, come play with us and make things. I just haven't had time, but I would love to. Customize stuff and do that. So
That's
I really
cool.
want light up shoes.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well,
Work on that now.
they're out there. They're out
Just
there.
one more piece of the light show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us about that light show. Is that a homemade deal or?
It is. Well, let's say it's home designed. We buy like off the shelf lights most of the time, and it's I guess it's at least 3 years now we've been using it, and we don't use it for all the shows, but big ones and things where we have time to set up, we'll throw the stuff on stage, and it's just really.
Is that something that you and your crew sets up?
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah, we did all.
We all have like our own chunk that we set up.
Yeah, and it's just something that really it adds this extra. We can make changes, immediately when it goes from verse to chorus. It's a totally different view. I mean, it just leads the audience along.
Who runs
the
it?
song
Did
as
you?
going.
I mean, how do you?
It's automated, so it just runs to a click track that our drummer has. So we write the whole lighting setup, the whole show, beforehand.
That is so cool, man.
It's
really
awesome. I geek out on it so
Technology,
much.
man, that's so cool.
I love it.
That's that's way better than having some drunk, stoned sound guy's assistant trying to run the lights. Yeah, pushing buttons and just look at them flickering right now, but it doesn't go anything with the song. But whatever, man, we're still having a good time. Yeah, a lot of times that's how it is, right?
You never know.
You're not gonna say.
We've gotten shows before where the sound guy never showed up.
Wow.
Not here, luckily. That's
Right.
out of state. But
Wow.
no real bad experiences in Denver, to be honest. And we
Yeah.
played a lot. But yeah, we'll go somewhere else and I guess we didn't book a sound guy. No show tonight.
Have the places you've stayed been pretty nice, for the most part, or have you guys been in some places where you're like, I am not laying down in that mattress, man?
We
had pretty good luck.
We
Yeah.
really have, yeah. If we ever have to get a hotel, it's usually fine. And a lot of times we'll stay with people, we either meet or
Right.
That kind of thing. And
No,
it's-
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the cities that you guys go to, you can really be pretty much stay with people
Our
that you
last
know.
trip out to Boise, we stayed with one of the guys from the band that we were playing the show with. And we had no idea what to expect. Like, he's a guy in a band.
Right.
Yeah.
And we showed up to his house, and it was this gorgeous, not quite mansion, but it was.
It was like a real
super
nice
swanky
upper
place. It
upper
was
suburban,
super nice.
yeah.
We had
all
like
had our
2
own
rooms for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
insanely nice.
Yeah, well, that's the home values up there.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, but yeah, that's good. You remember the name of that band?
That was Bread and Circus. Yeah.
Bread and Circus. Good for you, man. Check those guys out, folks that are listening. Bread and Circus. I'm sure they were pretty good too, right?
It was a fun show. It was
Yeah.
a Halloween gig, so.
Have you guys ever done a gig where the bands that are playing are so different and you guys are, what the hell? How are we gonna fit in here, man? And the crowd is gonna be not really liking it.
When we first started playing the shows, I think people didn't really know how to place us, and we ended up playing this metal, not festival, but it was like an all-day metal thing.
Right.
At Cody, or at the Aggie in Fort Collins, and supposed to get progressively harder, and it was metal band, us, and then 3 other metal bands.
Right. I don't know. I'm gonna take a
But
break.
You know what? The fans, I still run into people. Oh, you played at the Aggie back in, and we're like, oh,
You'd be like
you
the
remember that show? Okay. Yeah.
Wow. Did you put the distortion pedal on the cello?
I didn't
and
think
just-
I had that at that point. I think that was on. I just had my little acoustic cello.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that though? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, she's
she
got
does.
5 pedals now
Yeah.
and delay. We just bought a delay pedal.
Wow, so
Figure
you're
out how to
going
use it.
crazy, I'm
All
sure.
kinds of fun
I have a
stuff.
loop pedal that I'm trying to figure out, but it's like learning another instrument.
Uh,
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's cool.
But
That's
it's really
great.
fun.
That's good stuff, man. And that's we can expect a lot of that stuff on the new CD, right? Or the new EP.
Yeah.
It's an EP. How many songs are going to be on it?
There's 6 on it.
6. Well, that's almost an album, man. I'd call that a full.
We
full
actually,
CD.
so we recorded a full length's worth of stuff, and we're doing, so the EP that's coming out in October is side A. It's called Bring It to Life. It's the full project, so we split the whole thing into 2 separate EPs.
So it
Side
seems
B.
like a lot of songs, but like there's like 4 or 5 skits in between, right?
There's just like cello interludes.
Amy goes to the weed house, and you know
No.
Nick gets caught at the store, whatever. But yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. You guys feel like playing one more song for us?
Let's
You
do
know,
it.
for all the folks out there, man. You guys have been killing it so far today, and
Thank you.
even the cat outside here, he's like, "Wow, they sound really good, man." So, and I know the folks that have been walking by have been kind of stopping and going, "Hey, that's really good."
I'd like this
So-
this big, tall window here so
Yeah.
everybody can walk by and
I know.
see what's going on.
I know.
Very
I'm
awesome.
trying to get a boy band in here so we could pack. I think that would be kind
What
of
was
kick
that
out.
TV show back when TRL?
Yeah.
People outside.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like
Outside.
for I kind of wish you guys were a little bit more savvy and brought all the fans with you, man.
Well, next
So I know
time.
you,
Party bus.
yeah, I know you definitely could have set it up, man, for as many fans as you guys have, man. I can kind of tell, some of the likes, so many likes that you have on your Facebooks and stuff, man. You guys are way up there. So,
Adds up.
yeah, no doubt about it, man. And no people are on there twice, that's for sure. So, all right, man, go ahead and tell us about the song that you guys are going to play here and what it might mean to you all and how old it was and the whole breakdown.
Sure. So we're gonna play. We're gonna play a song called Generator. This is the first song that'll be on the new EP. So we've been playing at shows a little bit, but we don't usually do acoustic. So
All right.
special treat.
All right.
Here we go. She starts me up like a generator. I just don't know if I lose control when we're together. I know. Let me tell you about her sweetness. You know she hurts my teeth. She's my one and only weakness. She's in the air I breathe. And I know she's lying next to me. If she goes, I don't know how I'll sleep. She starts me up like a generator. I just don't know if I lose control when we're together. I know she owns my heart and soul. She makes me reckless, and I don't wanna stop. You could say she's fearless, in all the ways I know. She starts me up like a generator. I just don't know if I lose control when we're together. I know she owns
kick ass. You guys are so good. And man, how does it feel playing just by yourselves without without any backing
Full
drums?
band.
Yeah.
Some songs work better than others, and some feel really weird.
It's true. It's kind of yeah. Some songs are just like, I feel like they all translate well to acoustic, but it's sort of a different energy. You know, like a lot of times I have to belt the vocals, and it's so much easier when there's like a full rocking band behind you. You just have that like, just feels so energetic. You
Well, and a
know?
lot of these newer ones from the new EP, we haven't played acoustic all that much. We
Just getting started.
So that's cool. So you haven't really, you don't write some of these songs acoustically first then.
Not usually.
Yeah,
No.
it's mostly
pretty
geared
rare.
towards, at least the production we do is geared towards the electric thing. I mean, that's kind of what our band is really that electric thing. It's fun for Amy and I to do this kind of stuff. And even
Yeah.
our drummer's a great acoustic guitar. Sometimes he sits in with us and does things.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff can be.
Shouts out to him again. What's his name?
Absolutely.
Mark
Says he couldn't be
Rashawn.
here.
Yeah.
Hi, Mark.
Mark Rashawn, and of course, he couldn't be here, but unfortunately, but
Couldn't fit
yeah.
drums in here.
Well, that's all. That's all good, man. It's all good, and you could have brought a bongo, whatever. I don't know.
The shaker.
I've had, hey man, I've had a cat just sit here with the what do they call it, the brushes,
Oh, yeah.
and just did it like that, man, and that worked out pretty good too. So, whatever, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. And I actually wanted to get into your singing, man. You have a wonderful voice, dude. I'm surprised you didn't stand in line for 17 hours for the American Idol thing. I sing for a band.
I've got my own music career niche that I enjoy.
Yeah, no, you really do. You have a fantastic voice, man. When did you start singing, and even kind of discover the fact that, hey, man, I got a pretty good voice. It's not, not
It
too
was,
bad.
I was playing, well, I played guitar, through high school and everything, and I remember some friends brought me to a party, and just like a really, I don't know, whatever.
Everybody's drinking and smoking
No,
pot.
it was before that realm. When we were just young enough for like freshman,
All right.
sophomore.
They were
So-
eating popcorn and slamming
Yeah.
sodas.
But it ended up being, there was like a karaoke thing going on, so it was like, okay, I've never done this before, I'll give that a try. And I remember doing karaoke, it was, I think, an Everclear song or something like that. And, yeah, I remember people looking, because everyone was just having fun, whatever.
Right,
and people
right.
kind of stopped and were just like watching. And when they got done, it was like, do you do this often? What's your